the party that birthed the government that Honorable Dominic Ayine is the, has the opportunity to become Attorney General, disagrees with the government's position. And not only, even their presentation is not like we disagree, they are seeing and celebrating victory.
But
then their Attorney General is going to court.
All right, Abusia science Asia be me shall say na in some no dear coin dear bunny na and I transi and common so far in some baby air coso amount for baby H or Marina Kwesi Pratt Abusia or ne Richard and Yaba Abusia about class our NPP same air coso about democracy under attack. San NPP before air camp because recently Anna said in am Premier be jano and the NPP before HS come here to say Omodie ye do money na NDC for the air near Jawam because selective justice. I was young, sa in some way, and then a Kwesi Pratt about clear airway and so our old champion before said, Omunja sa in some normal can na omu message or more Edema Ghana for no, almost sell or air message and then never no Munja democracy under attack, any air selective justice because so we end this ni na say yancho na kwachi MPP ni a ban MPP before sem abusia sa in some way and then a Kwesi Pratt abusia obabe din komo e wo ho a cheso ne Richard Ahiagbah a clash on wa ano din ha Ghana Politics TV meso and your first time on your video I need them no subscribe e dia ma me said any update bia so etomu a obenya bi ati na wa share ama afofro so anya bi ati enti abusia ye ba nkoma sisia no amanfo edi e wo NPP mu NPP mpanifo e company say sisia and kwakoye selective justice because the jai said now but ya jelly chama won't me because chama won't me so what you say the oye enunti na ya jelly no abusia na science no ano den yentie Akwesi ne nsemu a oka ye wia de ka ho bia no so we do abeka ho na what the koso.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One of the issues which has been raised and has been raised quite strongly by my friends, including Richard this morning, is the issue of selective justice. If it's proven, it will be quite a serious, indictment on the government. If it's proven, the selective justice is something that we should never tolerate because it undermines all the principles of the rule of law and so on. If it's proven, it's a serious matter.
Right.
Okay. But one of the things that I've heard said is that the government took power, and after taking power, persons belonging to the political party that put up President Mahama for the election, NDC and so on, their cases have been withdrawn from the courts, and others are being prosecuted. If it's true, it's serious, especially if you can prove that it's against the law, it's a violation of the law. But here we are. In the case of Kwabena Dufo and others, and so on, what happened? Plea bargaining, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, plea bargaining. What is happening with regards to Ntribosi Akochema, Wuntumi's case and this bank? What is the bank?
Is it Ghana Exim Bank?
Ghana Exim Bank.
Yes.
Is it not plea bargaining?
Yes, it's plea bargaining.
So plea bargaining is being applied in both cases.
Except in this case, the Attorney General has turned it down. He says he's not interested.
No, the Attorney General is saying that he's not satisfied with the offer he's
Absolutely.
making.
Absolutely.
So if he made an offer,
yes,
if the Attorney General was satisfied
then they can talk.
His case will not be tried by the court.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So if you compare the two cases, where lies the selective justice? I'm struggling. If it can be proven, I'll be happy.
Yes.
And so on.
Yes.
Where lies the selective justice and so on? I'm struggling, you understand? But not just that, my brother. Not just that. There are some facts which are not public yet, but I'll just pose questions. Dr. Opuni was tried for purchasing inferior, what is it?
It's a liquid fertilizer.
fertilizer,
Yes.
inferior quality fertilizer.
Yes.
That's what was tried on. And the trial went on for at least 7 years without any conclusion. It was likely to continue and so on.
Yes.
Trials cost money. I just want to ask 2 or 3 questions.
Okay.
That fertilizer, for which Dr. Punu was being tried, where is the fertilizer?
They have been used. They were used by the government.
Are you sure?
Yes. They were used by Cocoa Board. Randy came and told us here.
Oh,
Yes, they were used by Cocoa Board. They didn't throw them away.
should I continue?
No, you don't have to.
Should I continue?
We'll take a break.
That fertilizer for which he was being tried
Yes, was used by the government.
was used.
Yes.
Mo,
Everything.
you are taking a break.
Yes, we'll take a break. No, I'll come back to you after the break.
That fertilizer was used.
Yeah, it was used.
The cocoa farmers
Everything,
used
not
it.
even
Everything,
farmers.
everything.
If you're
Everything, yes.
taking a long break,
Is it even possible? Is it even possible? And I'm guided that some people sold the same quality of fertilizer
Yes.
at higher prices to the cocoa board.
It's possible.
So if that trial is discontinued, what is the problem?
He's NDC, so don't discontinue his trial.
Oh, that is the case.
Yes, we feel any so don't discontinue.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Master,
Mo,
I'll
let me
rest
borrow.
here. I'll
Yes.
rest here.
Moro,
You think if an NPP president, NPP won't be clapping? They would. They'll be happy if he were NDC, whose case was his. Let this
Let
government
me say what I
discontinue.
want to say in my
Okay.
own words.
All right.
I deliberately chose my
I know.
words.
I know.
I calculated
Rhetorical
very
question.
carefully.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
see, Moro,
Uncle Chris.
I think that I hear Uncle Kwesi, of course, is doing independent analysis.
Right.
So if you were an NDC, my response would be different.
Oh, please.
No, because you are not.
If my facts are wrong, my facts
No,
are
no, I'm
wrong.
not saying
It doesn't
facts
matter whether I'm NDC or NPP.
No, I'm saying that you're doing
If my
an independent-
analysis is faulty,
Because-
it is faulty. It
Yes.
doesn't matter whether I'm CPP or ACP or KWZ.
So
It
focus
doesn't
on the
matter.
message, not the messenger.
Yeah, focus on the message. and let's move on.
Yeah, so here I'm not focusing on only the message or the message. I'm focusing on the analysis you have done, which I
Fantastic.
think that is independent enough. So I'll leave it at that. But you see, you raised a question about the government agrees with the NPP.
Yes.
Or the NPP agrees with the government.
Yes, so both ways works. But the point is that you see the double position of the NDC, the party departing with their government to say that that ruling was fair and just, and finding issue with the prosecutors, in essence, the former government, for convicting her wrongly. So where there cannot be any agreement, because you can just see clearly that what the government is doing is to save face with this appeal. Because
Richard,
fundamentally-
be careful not to walk into quicksand.
No,
Be very careful not to walk into quicksand. And let me explain.
Kwesi.
Just give me half a minute and let me
Sure,
explain
sure.
something. It is not unusual for governments and parties to disagree, or for sections of political parties to disagree with government. And in the time that President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was in power, we saw that. We had a situation where the vast majority of members on the majority side actually petitioned government for the removal of the Minister of Finance.
it's an outlier case.
No. Can I just? No, but let me land.
Okay,
Okay. Now, government disagreed with its own members of parliament. What is the problem with that? You are accusing government of double standards. When it comes to, the application of the law and so on.
Yes.
Here is the case where your party and government, not your party and NDC, your party and government agree.
Uncle, see, this is apple and oranges you are bringing here. The case
My goodness.
where some MPs in Parliament petition to remove one, that is not a disagreement comparable to what we're talking about. We're talking about it's not. It's entirely different. You're talking about entirely different.
Okay, no problem.
Entirely different. So So you see, we have a situation where it's not even a disagreement.
Okay.
It's just a double position. Which then goes to the heart of the matter that this is what they wanted, and this is what they have gotten. The pattern that has been established, Kwesi, that we're saying, it's not about plea bargaining. We're talking about a party that won election on the back of oral, okay, that they're recovering all loot and all of that. And then they take office, and then the first order of business was to issue a nolle prosequi, okay, to forbid furtherance of cases against those individuals. Then they take office and they are nitpicking on everyone. How many people haven't they put before the court since they came into office? Okay. What is the state of that? The manner in which they went about it, abusing people's rights, arresting people, giving them very prohibitive bail conditions and all of that. Then, and I didn't want to go into the want-to-be judgment and all of that, and the matters leading to that judgment, where there was an effective application that borders on Constitution, Article 1911, that requires that certain crimes that you're going to punish somebody for must be defined. And in Wuntumi's case, the crime specifically is not defined. And then his lawyers wanted Supreme Court's interpretation. Granted. It was not granted. But that particular article has been invoked in previous times. And they were indulged. And so you see a certain effort to curtail full due process and to sentence an individual. If you are the receiving end, you see it and you pay attention. And Akufo-Addo said something, and it's very instructive. It stuck with me from when he said it. And he said that due process can be pesky if you are not at the receiving end of it. But if you are the man in the arena, and due process, even if it is as tiny as anything, and it's not extended to you, you'll feel it. And so what you want is that apply the law to everyone equally. We don't see that. And that's the point we're saying. So I'm going to say that's the pattern for you. And even in this case, there is no agreement. Our point is that even that judgment, overturning it, there is everything about it that just looks like we just want to acquit and discharge the individual, and that's what we have done. Because the laws as they were, if you look at them, there were enough basis to uphold the judgment of the High Court. But then we want to look at some minuscule grounds, technical grounds.
But that's the same thing Dominic Ayine said. He said he believes that Sedina Tamaklo has questions to answer.
No problem. But I'm saying that. No, not about what. But you see the difference between you and my agreement with the Attorney General is that we think that it's a format, it's a design, and it's not going to amount to much. But I've spoken to a lot of lawyers, obviously. This whole business where the Attorney General is applying to stay the execution of the appeals court judgment is an oddity. It's not done.
How?
But they said it's not regular process.
It's in criminal cases.
Yes, because a person's right has been vindicated. Let's speak in that context by the appeals court, and you applying for the person to be held. Okay, that is an oddity. But he did it knowing that it's an oddity. So all of these steps they are taking, they is designed to let us see a certain picture, but that picture is not honest. I'm saying that this whole thing, but we're here. Are we not?
Okay.
We're here.
I'll bring you. I know you can't wait to
we are here in this country.
Yes.
You will see the full length of this matter, where it's going to end. But I can tell you, with all the skirmishes that is going on, it is clear that the outcome would be what the NDC is arguing, not what the government is promoting. So the NDC as a party, the NDC communicators, I don't know at what point you connect the two.
They don't also agree with Dominic.
Yes, they don't agree.
I agree with you.
You understand? So to that extent, we choose to believe them because that is a pattern. that we have seen.
But Dominic Ayeni is the lawyer for Ghana, not for the NDC. So if he says that there's basis to go back to court and tell the court that the court we disagree.
So
with
don't you think doesn't that
whose
strike
position
you?
should we take?
Hold on. Doesn't that strike you odd that the party that birthed the government that Honorable Dominic Ayeni is has the opportunity to become Attorney General disagrees with the government's position, and their presentation is not like we disagree. They are seeing and celebrating victory.
But
then their Attorney General is going to court.
But however, whether we can use individual party spokesperson's position to be the NDC's position is another matter. That's what I'm.
What nice?
Because you have sat here a few times and you have said to me that yes, you don't know what some MPP person had said somewhere, but as far as you're concerned, there's no MPP position on this matter. You remember? I forgot exactly what the issue was, but you have sat here a few times. So there's a party position.
So Moro,
where you ask us sometimes prove to us that this is the MPP's position.
Hold on. Yes, you can say that. But if I say something,
yes, and you fought me a few times.
No. But hold on. If I say something,
yes,
can you mistake that not to be MPP position?
It's debatable.
How?
You know why? Because you see, I usually would take a party position if they say a party presser, and you read, and I can actually quote. Right?
I don't know what you're trying to say. But I just want you to agree. I don't want to agree with me.
There's an official party position.
What is official? It has to be designed.
Okay, so can I take everything you say on this platform to the NPP's position on the matter?
Moro,
let's agree.
Moro.
Let's agree on the rules, and then we can
you
proceed.
just asked me about a demonstration. If you didn't believe I will be speaking the party's position, why?
No, you know what? A press conference has already been held, so you are just elucidating the point that Abi just made. So,
no problem.
Yes,
no problem.
Yes.
So a press conference podium tells you a party position.
I believe so. Or a statement. Otherwise, we'll be back to this thing about. I'm sitting here, I'm the director of party, and I'm saying that is not a party position. And then you put us in a difficult position.
No,
but then I've
it's okay. You're overstretching the matter anyhow. But I'm just saying that. Not just any NDC person I'm referring to. I'm referring to my good brother, Eduji Tabako, who is a director legal of the party.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes,
it's a fair point.
I'm sure you knew that was what I was going to say. That's why you are jumping up and down trying to say that party position is a party.
So he was here on Monday and he says he disagrees.
Yes. That's so what I'm saying is that there is nothing cynical about our position. Right. I want to be heard properly on that. There is nothing cynical about the position we are holding. Our position is tied to the well-being of our democracy, the equality of citizens, to say that let's hold people accountable by all means. Right. But when we do that, let's ensure that there is a standard that is equally applied to all.
Okay. Such
that tomorrow, nobody gets tricked into thinking that, they too can install a certain system. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. It is about making sure everybody has confidence in the system. I mean, when the NDC were in opposition, His Excellency, the former the president, then former president, said said about the Supreme Court, described them as unanimous FC, right? He perceived a certain imbalance, right? So that was a concern he had there. The same thing is playing out. In my view, we have a situation where clearly matters that are being dealt with in the courts are demonstrably skewed. Mm. I mean, people are being picked up, just as you and I are speaking. We talk about, Kwesi was talking about speech and then was talking about people say they will kill, they will kill. People have said far less than that. Nothing close to what Kwesi is saying, and they've been picked up. And we're saying that, so at what point? Yes, I agree with Kwesi. Somebody said they would do that to the president's wife. Completely reprehensible. Let's not go there. Yeah. We can't do that. It's not acceptable. That's not democracy. It doesn't add any value. Okay, it takes away from our political discourse. Yeah. But when people are saying certain things that are not on that degree, let's not get to that point of arresting people. As we speak now, just yesterday, an individual was picked up from Obuasi, one Godfred, and Sudabwa. Picked up for sharing some information. Yes, I don't know the authenticity of that, but you heard something on the video, and this individual shared it. Okay, and he was picked up, I think, on Thursday.
Okay.
We've been looking for him up until yesterday. We heard he was given bail at the Kotobabi court. Okay, what's happening? The tension just last night. Our communication officer for Asante Achim South was picked up. You understand? Okay. Uncle, see, you know that this kind of the mentality and the sense of atmosphere, the atmosphere, that's kind of kidnapping or seizing people creates in a country, in a democracy. Right. So we're saying that there is some environment that is brewing, or more or less has come to head. That is not good for our democracy. Right. And all of these things are matters that we need to confront. And so it should not be where Kwesi is making it appear as if people are saying treasonable things, and we think that they should be allowed to say it. No. These are citizens engaged in everyday democratic speech, and it is becoming more expensive by the day to just speak and disagree with government.
Okay, all right, obviously.
Boss.
Yes, sir.
Let me start from here. I mean, maybe fortunately or unfortunately, both of us are not lawyers. Okay, so we are allowed some free range. The matter in dispute, as regards Sedinam's guilt or innocence, is a matter which will be determined by the Supreme Court.
Yes.
By voting for the 1992 Constitution as the supreme law of the land, we cannot be opposed to the Supreme Court.
You mean the appeals court?
The Supreme Court.
Oh, we're not there yet. We're going to appeals court.
We've gone to appeals court.
Oh, sorry. We're going to
the Supreme Court. Yeah.
Sorry, Supreme Court. Sorry, sorry about that. My apologies.
By accepting this Constitution and pledging, presidents and all pledging to defend this Constitution.
Yes.
We cannot be opposed to the Supreme Court making that determination.
Absolutely.
Now, the fact that the Supreme Court decision would affirm a position held by one party or the other would not be grounds to invalidate the Supreme Court decision.
Absolutely.
So the Supreme Court decision, either way, may affirm position taken by NDC or affirm position taken by the NPP. Now, if it affirms the position taken by the NPP, we cannot say, therefore, that the whole thing is a scheme calculated to achieve a certain objective. The fundamental law says that the Supreme Court is clothed with the responsibility and power to make that decision.
Absolutely.
We should wait for the Supreme Court to make that decision without conjuring up the possibility of the Supreme Court deciding one way or the other. Fine. Now, again, we are not lawyers. But I know that when it comes to the interpretation of the law, especially the interpretation of the Constitution and so on, even though the Constitution says that the Supreme Court ultimately decides what the Constitution means and its effect and so on, the Supreme Court has in many decided cases, many, and I can quote many decided cases, said that the trial judge only has to refer matters to the Supreme Court if, in the view of the trial judge, the matter deserves interpretation.
Absolutely.
That for as long as the judge sitting in the High Court or any court believes that the matter is clear and is not deserving of interpretation by the Supreme Court, the matter needs not be referred to the Supreme Court for interpretation. And there are several Chief Justices and Supreme Court decisions which affirm this position. You understand? So to use this, that in the Wontumi trial, the lawyers for Wontumi wanted the Supreme Court to do a certain interpretation and the judge disallowed it, and therefore the decision is invalid, is actually not to understand the law and how the law operates. You understand? That's clear.